Good day everyone. So how are you all today? Midterm season is just around the corner and I hope you are all preparing well while also taking care of yourselves. So before we dive in, let me introduce myself. I'm Grace and today we'll discuss about the business process modeling and notation or the BPMN. So to start, let us analyze these two different pictures. So I want you guys to share your thoughts and interpretations about these images. So what do you think they represent in terms of communication and execution? So how do they relate to real life scenarios, especially in business processes? So feel free to share your insights in the comment section below. Now let's discuss the pictures. The images in the slide highlight common project issues. So the first one is miscommunication. So one person sees an apple and the other sees an orange. So bale nagkaiba sila ng perspective. So this happens when different stakeholders like business analysts, developers, or the clients itself interprets the requirements differently. So different stakeholders interpret things differently, often leading to confusion. Next picture shows expectation versus reality. So are you guys familiar with the second picture? So siya si Paimon, right, from Genshin Impact. So it's a meme. It compares planned results versus the actual results. So sa ating left side, nakikita natin yung magandang version ni Paimon. Kung ano yung gusto sana nating plano natin or yung gusto nating version ni Paimon. And then, the right side is the distorted version ni Paimon. So, anong connect? So, it depicts the expectation versus reality problem, what was planned versus what was actually delivered. So, this is a common in projects where requirements are misunderstood or lost in translation. What's planned doesn't always match the result due to the poor process clarity. So how does the BPM could solve these problems? So BPMN can create a common visual language or the common language that all stakeholders like business users, analysts, developers can understand. So it eliminates misinterpretation by using clear process diagrams, reducing errors, and ensuring that the final output matches the intended plan. So I hope everything is clear, but don't worry, we'll dive deeper into this concept throughout our discussion. So our agenda for today is of course the first one to discuss what is the business process management. The other one is the business process modeling and notation, the purpose and benefits, the core elements of BPMN, categories and symbols, and as well as the processes, and give some examples of the BPMN. So to start, so what is BPM? So BPM is about improving how businesses work by organizing and optimizing processes to make things faster and smoother and less error prone. So ang BPM, ang plano kung paano aayusin ang takbo ng isang task or work or ng process. So business process management shows how things work now and in the future or the current and the possible systems, including the steps, people involved, and decisions made. So it combines different methods like process mapping or yung pagda-document ng daloy ng task or ng isang work. Then discovery, of course, yung pagtuklas ng mga issue, error na kailangang ayusin. Simulation is yung pagsubok ng process bago ito ipatupad. And then the analysis, pagsusuri kung paano ito mapapaganda, mapapaayos, and mapapabuti yung proseso. And lastly is yung improvement, o yun nga, yung pagpapabuti ng sistema para mas maging effective. Ganon. So sa madaling salita, isa siyang paraan para gawing mas malinaw at mas maayos ang daloy ng process sa isang company or organization. So for the features, so the first one is the sequence of activities. So it is the structured flow of events, actions, and connections. Next is the IT and people integration. So it involves both technology, software and automation, and human task. So cross-functional, meaning to say different departments can work together to improve business operations. So resource utilization includes employees, people, tools, and even external processes from other organization. And lastly, of course, nabanggit natin, it uses technology. So, various software and digital tools can be used to enhance efficiency and automation. Ayan. So, in short, ang BPM ay isang sistema na nag-uugnay sa mga gawain, tao and the technology upang mas maging maayos yung operation ng isang business, yung process ng isang business. So, next natin is the key functions. So, sa key, bukod sa it map workflow and make positive changes, ang tatandaan lang natin is yung word na improve, optimize, and gain. So, improve business performance, optimize efficiency, and gain competitive advantage. So, next is the diagrams. So there are lots of diagrams. So BPM uses many types of diagrams to visualize and improve processes. So isa na rito yung BPMN. So yung BPMN is the most widely used for process mapping. So para mas ma-discuss pa natin yung BPMN, next slide is about what is BPMN. So BPMN, or the Business Process Model Annotation, is a visual way to map out business processes so that everyone, like what we said, business people, client, engineers, and programmers, etc., understands the workflow clearly. So, features. What are the features of the BPMN? So, think of it as a flow chart. So, a flow chart but for business processes. So, same as with the flow chart, it uses diagrams instead of words. So, it helps different teams understand each other. Like what you can see here in our slide, it bridges the gap between the business and the IT teams. So, next is the standardized processes. So, there will be less confusion doon sa ating workflow or the process. So, just added information. So, meron tayong naging versions of BPMN. So, the first one is the BPMN 1.0 noong 2004. So, siya yung pinaka-basic version or like pinakasimulang version ng BPMN. So, it comes with a simple flowchart-like symbols like events, activities, gateways, and the sequence flow. Sequence flow. May limited execution capability lang siya. So, kaya nagkaroon tayo ng BPMN 2.0 noong 2011. So, big upgrade. Added more detailed steps and allowed diagrams to be turned into actual working system. So, meron tayong more detailed modeling elements such as the data objects, message flows, choreography, and conversation diagram na madidiscuss natin later. So, ayun, mas precise na yung process execution ng logic. So, next is the BPMN 2.0.1 noong 2013 naman. So, minor revision lang siya ng BPMN 2.0. So, bale, inayos lang yung mga inconsistencies and nag-improve ng clarity. So, small fixes to improve clarity. No big changes naman. So, now, why BPMN important? So, katulad na nabanggit kanina, it serves as a common language. So, it helps everyone speak the same language. Like, for example, sa client. So, the client can explain what they want, and maybe after this, they could plot what they actually need, na there are other factors to consider pa pala. Maybe naging OA lang tayo na instead of using plato, we only just need the platito pala. Ganon. So, next is for business analyst. They can refine the process, and the engineers and programmers can build it correctly kasi may sinusundan tayo na iisang goal. So, magkakaroon tayo ng common language, one goal, at isang patutunguhan. Distinguish the two. So, ilan sa atin ay marahil na lilito pa rin sa pinagkaiba or sa ano nga bang pinagkaiba ng BPM sa BPMN. So, yung BPM or the Business Process Management is yung parang diskarte or paraan kung paano natin i-improve ang isang proseso ng isang negosyo or paano nag-work yung isang process, ganun. Then yung BPMN is the Business Process Model and Notation naman ay yung paraan ng pag-visualize ng mga prosesong ito para mas madaling maintindihan ng lahat. So, paano nga ba nagkaugnay yung BPM at BPMN? In short, BPM, siya yung plano kung paano aayusin yung takbo ng isang task or work. Then, yung BPMN, siya na yung drawing or diagram na nagpapakita kung paano yun gagawin. So, for example, inisip mo na gusto mong gawing mas mabilis yung pagbili ng food sa isang fast food restaurant. So, yung BPM doon is mag-isip ng paraan para mapabilis ang let's say, pila or yung order system. So, sa BPMN, gagawa tayo ng diagram para mapakita yung step-by-step na process ng pag-order mula sa pagkuha ng order, pagbabayad, paghahanda ng pagkain, hanggang sa pagbibigay ng pagkain. So, sa madaling salita, yung BPM is yung kwento ng proseso. And then, yung BPMN is yung drawing para ipakita ang kwentong iyon. So, ayun. So, yung BPM plus BPMN is equals to mas malinaw at mas maayos na sistema ng isang negosyo. So, I hope everything is clear. If ever na may question kayo or hindi man naging malinaw is mag-email lang kayo sa ating email, analytics@gmail.com, or mag-comment sa ating comment section below. So now, let us proceed with the 4 core elements of BPMN. So, nabanggit kanina na yung BPMN is a diagram that represents a workflow. So, sa isang workflow, ano-ano nga ba yung laman nun? So, meron tayong 4 main parts of BPMN, which are the event, task, flow, and gateway. So, sa event, it is represented by a circle. So, it is something that happens like starting or a finishing task. Ganon. So, these are the trigger that change or end a process. Like, for example, receiving an order. That is the start event. Then, followed by the task. So, task represented by a triangle is an action such as making a payment or sending an email. So, it is the activity within the process. So, it is the actions performed in the process. For example, processing a payment. Okay, so next is the flow. It is represented by an arrow. So, it shows flow. It shows the order of the steps in a process. So, it shows the sequence of steps guiding how things move forward. So, last natin, number 4 is the gateway, represented by a diamond. So, it is a decision point. So, that changes the process based on a condition. So, represent the decision points or the different possible paths. So, for example, is the payment approved, yes or no? So, how are they connected? So, events start a process, task complete the work, flow connects everything, and gateways decide the direction. So, think of it like a road trip. So, yung event, siya yung starting point. Siya yung pinaka-start ng journey or yung end ng journey. Then, the task, it is the stops along the way or yung mga nangyayari, something that happens along the way. And then, yung flow, siya yung road connecting them. So, it is the road guiding you from one point to the next that ensure na yung process move smoothly from event to task or from task to task. So, until it reaches the final event. And lastly, the gateway, it is the road signs, di ba? Sa kalsada, meron tayong nakikitang road signs. So, it decide which route to take. So, it helps you decide which direction to take based on the conditions. Okay, sana gets pa? Next natin is yung 4 categories and symbols. So the BPMN has a 4 key parts or the 4 categories and symbols. So we have here the flow objects, which contains events, activities, and gateway, connecting objects like arrows and flows. Then the swim lanes, we have the full, pull, and lane. And then we have the artifacts na mayroong data symbols, group annotation, and association. So first one is the flow object. So, flow object, it is the main steps in the process. Like, sabi ko nga, nandito yung event, task, and decisions, or yung gateway. Then, next natin is yung connecting objects. So, yung arrows and message flow na siyang nagko-connect or nagli-link sa mga steps together. Next is the swim lanes. So, it organizes and divide the task by role and show who is responsible for that task. Okay? So, yun yung pull and lane. Then, don't worry guys, madi-discuss natin siya more detailed later. So, the last one is the artifact. So, para siyang, kumbaga sa programming, para siyang comment. Siya yung nagdadagdag ng details para mas ma-explain yung process. Mas magkaroon tayo ng clarity doon sa process. Okay? So, of course, meron tayong mga additional categories and symbol. So, like, nabanggit kanina sa BPMN 2.0, meron tayong conversation and meron tayong choreographies. So, sa conversation, from the word itself, conversation, it shows the message exchange between people or teams in the process. Okay? So, next is, or the last one is the choreographies. It describes how different participants work together directly without one central leader. So, next we have here the process modeling techniques para mas maunawaan natin on how those 4 categories and symbol works. So, we have here the questions like what, who, when, and which. So, of course, the first one is who. So, it is the people or the teams involved. So, siya yung lanes and pull natin. So, sa nabanggit natin kanina, siya yung swim lanes. Okay? So, for example, we have the customer, the delivery staff, the warehouse personnel. So, let's say na nagpa-plot tayo ng process ng pagpapadala ng package sa isang delivery service company. So, the next one natin is what? Siya yung task or events happening in the process. So, ano siya dun sa nabanggit natin kaninang 4 categories and symbols? Correct. Siya yung flow objects. So, sa flow objects, syempre, nandun yung task, nandun yung event. So, let's give an example. Sa kanina, sabi natin, meron tayong tatlong people involved, which is the customer, delivery staff, and the warehouse personnel. So, bibigyan natin sila ng task isa-isa. So, yung customer, siya yung nagpill up ng shipping form at nagbigay ng package. So, yung staff naman, yung sinuri ang package at inilagay sa tracking system. Then, yung warehouse personnel naman, inayos yung package ayon sa destination. So, ano yung mga naging task nila? Diba? Okay, so followed by the question, when? It is the flows and gateways. Nandun din siya sa ating flow objects. So, dito naman is yung sinasabi na yung sequence or the flow of steps nga. So, for example, sinasagot yung tanong na kailan. So, for example, kapag natanggap ang package, ito ay ipoprocess na. Or, kung local delivery, diretsong ipapadala. So, para siyang conditional. So, next natin is yung naman. Let's say, kung international, dadaan muna sa customs bago ipadala. So, bali parang siya nga yung sinabi natin kanina na imagine nyo nasa road trip kayo. So, siya yung gateways. Yung sasabi nating flow. Kung saan dadaan and yung nagde-decide kung anong direction yung ite-take based on a condition. So, lastly, which? So, alin in Tagalog. So, ito na yung mga data or materials na ginamit. Documents and stores, like data stores. So, andun siya sa artifacts na madidiscuss later. So, let's give an example. So, ito yung mga shipping form, tracking number, and resibo bilang documents. And yung mismong package bilang material. Since we have here data/materials. Okay, sana gets. So, the next slide is just yung mga sinabi ko kanina. Pero ibang ibang examples. Pero yun yung thoughts nung ating process modeling techniques.